This New Jersey dance studio is where Yeva Gritsak finds refuge from a war raging half a world away. As the Ukrainian ballerina will tell you, keeping her focus on dancing is the only distraction from the fact that her family remains back in her home of Dnipro, Ukraine. Just over a year into the war, and that region continues to come under Russian artillery fire. Like so many Ukrainians waiting out the war in the U.S., Yeva says she feels tormented not knowing when she'll see her family again. But rather than give in, she gives hope by lacing up her pointe shoes and doing what she says her family would want her to do, just dance.
When you're on the stage, when you're performing, are you thinking about the war?
As soon as I'm in ballet, I'm trying to escape this world. So I'm going more into something unrealistic, I would say. So when I'm dancing ballet, I'm just enjoying the moment and I'm imagining that I'm somewhere in like fairy tales.
Yeva says she left Ukraine to pursue a ballet career the day before Russia invaded her country. She remembers getting a phone call from her mother a year ago asking her not to return home for her own safety.
That was the moment when I realized that I don't know when I can see them.
Yeva captured these images as she eventually journeyed back home just 2 months ago.
I knew that it's not safe. I knew that there is always a risk. But for me, it was very important that I did this step and I saw with my eyes what's going on in my country.
Her city, scarred by war, was hardly recognizable.
The places that I used to have fun and I remember like from my childhood, and then I see these places destroyed, it's so hard.
What she did recognize, her father's smile as he spotted Yeva through her train window.
Living was the hardest. Living, it was like you never know when you can come back and you never know when you can see your family again.
Yeva calls New York City home at the moment, where she was placed in a ballet academy by former Bolshoi ballerina Larisa Shavalyev. She found Youth America Grand Prix after defecting from Russia in the early 90s. The organization scouts out rising star dancers, offering them scholarships for academies around the world. When Russian troops advanced in Ukraine, Savelyev shifted her focus to evacuating dancers out of the war zone.
We send an email to all of our partner schools with a profile of the kids and say, guys, that's the young dancers, and we have to get them out as soon as possible. And all the schools was like, absolutely.
Savelyev says over the last year, YAGP has helped more than 250 Ukrainian dancers leave their country. 11, including Yeva, are continuing their training in the U.S.
We were just trying to deal with the situation how best we can, you know. Nobody get a memo how to place ballet students in the middle of the war. At least I didn't, you know.
Yeva's hope is that her grace and success on an American stage will help carry her family through another year of Ukraine's conflict.
You just live and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. And then you dance.
And then you just dance and then you just like float in a different world.
Yeah, even if for a little while.
Exactly.
Polo Sandoval, CNN, New York.